Rob Vember in for Fresh on the Fresh Drive. And 2/3 of 30 Seconds to Mars live in studio. It's a very good afternoon to Jared and Tomo. How's it going?
Thank you very much for a wonderful intro. Hey, first off, can we just say thank you guys so much for everything. We're so grateful to you and the station for all the support. We've been hearing about it from afar, and it's just the most amazing thing. We're so excited to be here.
It is our absolute pleasure. It is our absolute pleasure to have you back in the country.
Thank you.
I'm imagining you had a fantastic time the first time round, and hence this is why you're back.
Well, you know, I mean, regardless of I think the most important thing is without South Africa, we basically wouldn't have a career. We wouldn't have A Beautiful Lie, the record. We wouldn't have that title of that record.
That song.
We wouldn't have the song. We wouldn't have The Kill.
Attack.
We wouldn't have Was It a Dream? Attack. And that's from the previous record, and from this record, the newer one, This Is War. We wouldn't have Kings and Queens. That was written in South Africa. And that very title was taken from a book that was in a house that I was staying at in Cape Town when I wrote that song here. So this is a magical country for us, and you know, I'd like to claim partial citizenship.
Well, one of the things that when you think 30 Seconds to Mars and you think of yourself specifically, Jared, and you read it all the time, how involved you are with the product that is 30 Seconds to Mars. Why does it mean so much to you?
There are some things that if people don't understand, you just can't tell them. And I think that it's just a part of who you are, and I tend to care very deeply about the work, the music, the art, and the integrity of it. It's very important to me, and we have a really a lot of gratitude for what's going on.
Well, with all the work that you guys put into the band and put into your product, but we got a couple of questions in from listeners, and one of the questions I think that would fit perfectly. What was the hardest thing that each of you had to give up to pursue the dream of 30 Seconds to Mars?
Well, when you close one door, another opens, and I think there's always a bit of sacrifice, whether you're, a musician or a carpenter or the president, like we were just talking about. There are sacrifices that you make, and that's just part of life.
We got a question from Jits, who says, being frequent visitors to South Africa, have you listened to a lot of the music that is around in South Africa, and are there any bands that you particularly like?
You know, when I was here in 2004, 2005 or something, I had a friend who was listening to local music, a lot of percussive music. That was really, really cool. I enjoyed that a lot, and we have a local band opening for us tonight, and that's...
They were the most interesting. I listened to probably 50 or 60 or 70 different bands, and they were just the ones that kind of rose to the top as...
If you make it past Tomo's...
okay.
I'm very pretentious when it comes to the opening bands.
Here's a question from Jessica Extian, and she wants to know, what is the thesis behind 30 Seconds to Mars?
For us, I think when you boil it down, it's generally, in its simplest terms, about living dreams, about following your heart and gut. We give these songs away and we share them with the world, and we get so much back from them in turn. And we've had such a wonderful creative journey with the song Hurricane already, working with Kanye. He just came and performed with us at the EMAs. He flew all the way halfway around the world to be on stage with us for just a few moments, and we played Hurricane and a piece of his song Power. And it was a total surprise. No one knew about it, and that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I came up with this idea to use a large group of people in the same way that you would a symphony or an orchestra. It was a gamble. We didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it worked. It was magic, and it just worked like a dream, and became a huge part of this record. And that event was known now as the Summit. So when you hear people singing on This Is War, Kings and Queens, it's actually tens of thousands of people from all over the world. I'd like to say thank you to everyone in South Africa who bought tickets, and all the people coming to see us. We're so grateful. You guys you're just amazing. We love you, and you're making our dreams come true.
Jared and Tomo from 30 Seconds to Mars live on 5FM. They are live in Joburg this evening, live in Cape Town for the rest of the weekend. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, you so much for having us.